grandpa comes up here and gets you, you'll be smiling.
Good afternoon. I'm David Schmidt, principal of Valders High School. I would like to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the Valders High School class of 2022. During the graduate processional, we ask that all audience members remain seated. As the graduates come in, they will remain standing. The pledge will be right after the procession. request those that are able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I direct your attention to the flag on the podium behind me or the one on our far back wall. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Today we celebrate the commencement of the Valders High School class of 2022. I welcome all of our distinguished guests, parents, families, and friends, and especially you, our honored graduates. If you have learned half of what you have taught me, you will be well prepared for what comes next. At this time, I would like to introduce those seated on the platform. Please stand as I call your name. Representing the Valders Board of Education, Mrs. Brenda Platten and Mr. Jamie Ullich. Valders Area School District Superintendent, Dr. Debra Hunt. Class President and Co-Valedictorian, Clarissa Ulness. Co-Valedictorian, Alicia Hovey. Co-Valedictorian, Clayton Taylor. Class Salutatorian, Madison Schwartz. I would like to recognize and thank the junior honor attendants helping with the commencement ceremony today who are seated in the band. Please stand as I call your name. Hold your applause until they've all been recognized. Michaela Huseman, Mallory Zimmerly, Garrett Ulness, Grace Neuenfeld. Thank you. I would like to thank our school counselor, Mr. John McCulley, and our administrative assistant, Ms. Dana Eilenfeld, for all of their help working with our seniors and helping me prepare for this ceremony. Mr. Jason Kunde and Mr. David East, our lighting, sound, and technology team, Mr. Ray Vanderlinden, the Director of Buildings and Grounds, and the maintenance and custodial staff for their extra efforts setting up the facility and making this day run smoothly. Mr. Carlson, Mr. Stone, and our choir and band students for the performances that always make this day special. And of course, the entire staff of the Valders Area School District who have assisted these students in ways too numerous to mention. It is now my pleasure to present Dr. Debra Hunt, who will share the welcome address.
It is my privilege to welcome you to the 2022 graduation program of the Valders High School. It is the 99th graduating class, and it is my great honor to be a part of this memorable occasion. I extend a special welcome and thank you to the parents and relatives of each of the graduates. I acknowledge the special pride parents and all relatives feel today of the graduates here before us. Graduates, while you have experienced many large events throughout the school year that are rites of passages for seniors, please make no mistake that today is the most important event of our school year. The program this afternoon is your moment to continue to shine. We are here to share in your great achievement. You have worked hard and have been a strong and resilient graduating class. And I share your personal joy and deep sense of accomplishments. And I hope each graduate will take the time to express to parents, grandparents, and other family members the gratitude you feel for their support. Your individual and collective achievements give meaning to my work and that of all of the adults in the district. I want to take this opportunity to thank the teachers who have had a significant impact on you. Also, Thank you to the administrators, counselors, secretaries, educational assistants, custodians, and other caring and committed employees who have helped give you the best schools possible and have supported your learning opportunities. We deeply appreciate the dedication and commitment of the members of our school board, who are committed to your ultimate success throughout all of your school years. The school board believes that your Valders diploma is a symbol that signifies academic excellence and personal achievement of the highest order. To say that you are our future is genuine. You are our future, and what you make of it will impact all of us. We want you to be successful personally and also contribute to the greater good of our world. On behalf of everyone here this afternoon, congratulations to each of you and best wishes in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hunt. At this time, please welcome to the podium Clarissa Alness to give her reflection as class president.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Clarissa Alness, and I've had the privilege and honor of being the president of the class of 2022 for the past 4 years. I want to thank my fellow classmates for choosing me to be their spokesperson and representative of their class. I would also like to take this time to thank you all in attendance, whether that is in person or through the live stream, for taking the time to show your support to the graduating students being recognized for all their hard work and accomplishments today. Everyone here has had some impact in the lives of one or countless of the young adults sitting here before you. I hope that you are proud of who they have become and continue to guide and support them in and throughout this next chapter of our lives. Today is a day that we have been working towards and anticipating for a while, and this day will be a monumental achievement that we will remember forever. No matter the trajectory of our lives, we will always have one thing in common. We were the Valders High School graduating class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarissa. At this time, please welcome to the podium Clay Taylor to present his valedictorian address.
After finding out that I had to give a graduation speech today, I had a really hard time knowing what I wanted to talk about. Then, as has happened numerous times over the course of my time in Valders, I was inspired by one of my teachers. In the closing weeks of school, one of the last big assignments Mrs. Drinkwine gave our AP Literature class was to write a speech about something we strongly believe in and are passionate about. I decided to write about the importance of choosing love. Love, after all, is probably the single most sought-after thing in American society. This is obvious when considering modern art, film, literature, and music. Almost every example of these mediums contains a theme about some kind of love. It's also evident in a scenario as simple as walking down the street. We see mothers caring for their children and couples holding hands everywhere we go. Yet despite this never-ending search for love, people oftentimes make decisions that completely contrast with what they are looking for because of another constantly present feature of the modern world: fear. People are unwilling to love others because they are afraid of the consequences that their actions will have. When considering the battle between fear and love, the most common place for the mind to go is towards romantic love. People are often afraid to admit their feelings to a potential partner because they are afraid of rejection. However, fear can also transform a platonic relationship. People can be afraid to admit to their friends just how important they are to them because they are afraid of seeming vulnerable or dependent or needy. While choosing love over fear is imperative in these personal relationships, it's even more important that we choose to love people that we don't know, especially people that are different from us. Right now, there are students across the country who are afraid to go to school because of the treatment they receive from others because they don't fit into the traditional idea of who a person should be. Our society is in a progressive stage, and we need to be more cognizant of this. We need to understand that the idea of what a human being can be is changing, and because of this, we need to be more accepting of people who have walked different roads of life than ourselves. We need to find common ground and be respectful. It isn't essential that everyone has the same values and beliefs, but it is absolutely necessary that we are, at the very least, able to respect the thoughts of others. In some ways, I think that our class has done a fantastic job of showing love to others. We have students who have stepped up as religious leaders in our churches, students who speak out for minority groups, and students who act as community leaders despite still being just teenagers. We also have students who show their love creatively through beautiful artwork or delightful music. All of these attributes have made me extremely proud to have been a member of this class. However, that does not mean that there still aren't measures we can take to improve ourselves. Valders is a community that still pushes away people who are different from the norm. I know that I personally am guilty of this, and I have observed it on many other occasions over the course of my time in this community. Things do not need to be this way. There is a world where all people are able to embrace their identity and be who they want to be. As we move forward into adulthood down our own paths of life, I am hopeful that the class of 2022 is able to make a difference in allowing this beautiful world of acceptance to come into being. And to make this happen, I encourage you all to choose love over fear. Thank you.
Thank you, Clay. The Valders High School a cappella choir, under the direction of Mr. Damon Carlson, will perform Stand in the Light by Roger Emerson. Thank you very much, choir, for such a wonderful performance. At this time, please welcome to the podium Alicia Hovey to present her valedictorian address.
Good afternoon, parents, families, teachers, and the Valders High School graduating class of 2022. We made it. We survived 13 years of education. Well, in my case, 14. My mom made me go to preschool twice. For many of us, especially our families, and most of the teachers who we know have been ready to get rid of us for years now, today is a day of only excitement and joy. However, a lot of us seniors have conflicting emotions about what graduation represents. It's exciting, but also terrifying. Through all of the firsts we've experienced, our families and friends have been right at our sides cheering us on. They've also been there for all of our lasts, standing by and experiencing all of those bittersweet moments with us. But as we make this pivotal step into our adult lives, the training wheels are being taken off. While our families and friends will of course still support us, this support will now be shown in a different way, often behind the scenes and from a distance. Even though our high school lives got tremendously busy, we still came home every night to someone, whether it was to our family or friends waiting for us, or even a supportive text or phone call from someone we love. These people have become a constant in many of our lives, and we have often relied on them to be right there when we needed them. I hate to admit it, but I've even come to rely on my two brothers to be right there if I ever needed anything. Coincidentally, brothers are extremely helpful when you need to get a car out of the ditch without mom and dad knowing about it. This next phase of our lives may be difficult, as it will be one of learning and adjusting to our newfound independence. But with the resilience we have built up in the past 4 years, I believe we can weather any storm that we may come to face. As a class, we have proven time and time again that we are persistent when facing uncertainty. In life, ironically, the only thing that is absolutely certain is that eventually every single one of us will feel uncertain. We felt uncertain in the past, and we will feel this way again in the future. But when we feel uncertain, all we have to do is embrace the resilience and perseverance that everybody in this room has guided us to develop. We've already faced a multitude of challenges. We know we can face more, even if it might feel different to face adversity without our family, friends, and supporters right by our sides to help us through. There is nothing we can't do if we stay focused and work hard for what we want. Class of 2022, we are stubborn and strong-willed. Often our determination and perseverance manifested in the form of fierce competition in sports, extracurriculars, and not surprisingly, gym class. Remember middle school gym when we got 4 games banned within 2 months because we were too rough, and apparently you can't actually tackle each other in flag football. This ambitious determination that is ingrained within all of us will be a driving force as we pursue our goals, not only in the upcoming years, but for the rest of our lives. I hate to admit it, but once in a while the teachers were right. We were a little too rough, not only on each other, but on them as well. I don't think anyone will forget the year we left for a tubing trip with everyone's legs perfectly intact, but came home with a teacher's leg unquestionably broken. That particular teacher did retire the next year, but I'm sure it was for completely unrelated reasons. As a whole, we've been a class of many different groups and personalities, but despite our differences, we have always, and will always, have an invisible bond holding us together. We are the Valders High School class of 2022. We have survived a pandemic, online classes, disrupted athletic seasons, and wearing suffocating masks 24/7. We have persevered through personal challenges large and small. When we leave this gym today and go our separate ways, I hope that no matter the distance and time that separates us, we will continue to save a space in our hearts and memories in remembrance of the last 4 years we've spent together. In addition to everything else we've become in life, we will forever be the Valders High School class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Please welcome to the podium Clarissa Alness to present her valedictorian address.
name is Clarissa Dorothy Allness, and I'm honored to be standing in front of you all today as the co-valedictorian of the Valders High School class of 2022. The moment of standing in front of all of my classmates, friends, family, and fellow community members is here. But while I was deciding what to say in front of all of you and how to say it, I remembered that no matter what, this was a prestigious and prodigious honor, an opportunity to stand in front of everyone here and represent our class. Over the last few years, I have come to realize that I've developed a deeper understanding of life and why things are the way that they are. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and that we as people learn and grow, no matter if it was a good or bad experience. I like to think that your life is kind of like a story, and your story starts the time your life does. Your book might start with an introduction describing the background of your family and where you live. Like some books, the first few chapters might be a little boring or uneventful, and your big moments and milestones documented might not be super interesting. But with you as the author and with God as the co-author, continue to create a story that is growing along with you. Each chapter is leading up to the next, and after every new documentation of life events, you're developing your unique story. You can look back and reread the previous pages and chapters to help guide you. But you are aware that the future is full of blank pages, and you can never predict what will happen, but you can keep working towards your dreams in order to write your life story the way that you want. There will be times when you struggle to decide what to do next, you experience some writer's block, are faced with challenges and loss, sadness and confusion. But you always need to push forward and never give up. You have some pretty important people in your life that surround, support, and love you, and they want to be able to read your whole story. Some characters or people come and go in your life and end up serving a purpose and shaping you into the person you are today and will be tomorrow. You realize that some people are put into your life for a specific reason, and you should cherish the time that you have with them. A song I heard the other day in the barn really resonated with me personally, and I thought it might with you too. It's a country song called Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. The lyrics are as follows. If you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got the chance. If you got a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. This translates perfectly for us as our lives are just beginning. Dream big. If someone tells you your dream is unachievable, then you know it's a good dream. Your dreams are not just handed to you. You're presented with little opportunities and chances that you need to take in order to lead you to the dream and make it a reality. Take a risk and follow your heart, and always know that the risk that God is calling you to take is worth it. God's plan for your life is to prosper you, not to harm you. Another part of the song is, don't wait on tomorrow, because tomorrow may not show. Say your sorries, your I love yous, because man, you'll never know. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Today, as we celebrate the class of 2022, we should also celebrate and show our gratitude to the people that came to support us in the audience today. We would not be who we are today without their love and guidance. I know personally that there are people in my life story that did not make it to this chapter and accomplishment. But I know that they are proud, as this is not only my goal, but one that I shared with them and everyone that came here in support of me today. This verse is also related to the events in the world today, places where we as American citizens and as humans in general should always feel safe. Grocery stores, church, and school don't anymore. As the next generation in line to be leaders of this country, we are responsible for making a change and spreading kindness wherever we go. I know that we can do that. We are all unique, talented individuals, and our potential has always been noticed throughout our years in school. So, capitalize on your personal strengths, do what you love, follow your heart, and don't forget to pray to whoever that may be for you. I want to thank my friends and classmates for making these past 13 years full of happiness, laughter, and memories. Without you, my high school experience would not have been the same. I'd also like to thank my teachers that have taught me over my school career. Your dedication and the gift of education you have provided me created a great foundation for the rest of my life. I attended a school where I felt safe, respected, and welcome. And no matter what happens and where I end up in my life, I will always be thankful for the childhood and life I lived in rural Valders, Wisconsin. Lastly, and most importantly, I would like to thank my family. To be honest, I don't necessarily know what to say to properly thank you, and I feel that no words will amount to be enough. Mom and Dad, you provided me with a life surrounded by faith and family, and instilled in me the core values and morals that have made me who I am today. From growing up on a dairy farm, I've learned the importance of hard work, determination, teamwork, communication, and the significance of a strong, supportive family. As much as I say I don't like getting up in the morning to go work in the barn, which is not a shocker when you're a night owl and stayed up the night before doing homework until 1, but I wouldn't be who I am today without your discipline and love. Thank you for everyone in attendance, as everyone in this room has had some influence on each one of us and have helped guide us through life's winding road this far. Now I'm going to end this speech like I did 4 years ago in my 8th grade graduation. And as cringy as that is, oh well, here's a full circle moment for all of you and me. Ferris Bueller says, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. Let's look at the future in a new perspective and make sure we make the most of the time that we have. Don't stop believing, Valders High School class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarissa. The Valders High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Nick Stone, will perform Don't Stop Me Now by Matt Conway and Jack Holt. Thank you very much, band, for your wonderful performance. Please welcome to the podium Madison Schwartz to present her salutatorian address.
Classmates, parents, grandparents, faculty, and family and friends, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here today. Today we celebrate the graduation of Valders High School's class of 2022. I've been asked what the salutatorian is, and in an attempt to explain it, I turned to urbandictionary.com, as it seems to be one of the only dictionaries we use. Their definition reads, a salutatorian is the person who just missed being valedictorian by a few GPA points. Second place is the first loser. However, no one here today is a loser. By the end of today, we will all walk across the stage and be graduates of Valders High School. My fellow classmates, it seems like just yesterday we were walking the halls the summer before freshman year, thinking that we would never be able to find our way around the school or be able to make it to class on time. Some of us still never did. Now we all sit here and await our graduation from Valders High School. Throughout the past 12 years, we have grown immensely, not only as a class, but as individuals. My first real high school experience was state forensics with a couple of my friends my freshman year. When we arrived on State Street in Madison, we were let loose to go shopping for a few hours before we had to perform. Of course, we waited until some of the last minutes to make our way towards where we thought the bus was. We were even pointed in the direction we should go, but we still somehow managed to get lost. We even tried looking at a map on the sidewalk and Google Maps to get us to the bus. Keep in mind, we had to meet at the state capitol. How we couldn't just walk to a big white building, who knows? Some of us would say we were directionally challenged in that moment, and yes, some of us still are. I think I need my toes to count how many times I've been asked, is that Howard's Grove or New Holstein? Or where are we again? New Holstein or Howard's Grove? Although we rely heavily on Google Maps to get us places, we will not be able to do so for our future endeavors. Google Maps can't tell us what we want to be or what direction our lives will take. Know that plans will change and getting lost is okay. Whether you are lost physically or emotionally, everything will work out and you will eventually find where you are supposed to be. As you venture through this new chapter of life, expand your horizons, try new things, and take advantage of opportunities put in your path. Today's graduation is more than just a liberation from high school. It's a celebration about all the fun times, like standing at our desks, singing happy birthday in Miss Drinkwine's class, or flipping a coin to not take one of Mr. Kincher's biology tests, and the hard times of learning online and simply not wanting to do school. Do today, as most of us would say. My fellow seniors, we have struggled through elementary, middle, and high school together. We have gone through our locking people in lockers, or even a bus bathroom phase, our mullet phase, our awkward middle school phase, and are now wrapping up our equally awkward high school phase. As some of us go off to college, technical college, the workforce, or armed services, be true to yourself, have confidence, and know that you can accomplish the goals you set your mind to. Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. At this time, as principal of Valders High School, it is my honor to present the members of the class of 2022 to receive their diplomas. They have successfully completed the requirements for graduation set forth by the Valders Area School District Board of Education and the state of Wisconsin.
Thank you, Mr. Schmid. On behalf of the Valders Area School District Board of Education, and with the recommendation of Superintendent Debra Hunt and Principal David Schmid, we, the Board of Education, accept the class of 2022 for the awarding of diplomas.
The awarding of the diplomas will be done by school board members Mr. Jamie Aulick and Mrs. Brenda Platten. Dr. Hunt will assist with the flowers. This is a celebration, so it is fine to give a cheer for your special graduate being honored today. Graduates seated on stage and in row 1, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Clarissa Dorothy Alness. Alicia Ann Hovey. Clayton Taylor. Madison Ann Schwartz. Carissa Ann Hummel. Beth Nicole Pekarsky. Shane Henry Griepentraub. Allison Laurel Regals. Sophia Inez Donovan Kubicek. Caitlin Nicole Schuler. Cameron August Grassi. Mason Robert Myers. Brady Joseph Bodart. Samuel Thomas Welch. Luke Marcus Rissi. Benjamin Jacob Eben. Matthew David Storm. Ethan Michael Bratz. Luke Samuel Katarabik. Julia Catherine Pitts. McKenna May Jasmine Krim. Daytona May Seahaver. Taylor Sue Hummel. Would graduates in row 2 please come forward to receive your diplomas? Nevaeh Ray Koshin. Jessica May Leonardson. Molly May Hall. Isabella Ray Mora. Brittany Rose Robles Leitner. Rebecca Lynn Stanzel. Araya Joy Lehman. Isabella Ilianis Morales Rivera. Samuel Ethan Krieger. Corinne Anna Marie Vandenhoevel. Valerie Elizabeth Valesky. Hunter D. Wigginton. Sierra Elizabeth Kraus. Josephine Rachel Oleg. Rose Mary Meyer. Elena Rose Litz. Julia Elizabeth Kraus. Elizabeth Grace Matthias. Would the graduates in row 3 please come forward to receive your diplomas? Chancellor Thomas Palzik. Noah Eric Nelson. Caden James Brunette. Cody James Ward. Eric James Olson. Chase Lloyd Wilker. Liam Robert Wada. Jacob Stephen Thays. Dalen Michael Myers. Cody Lane Roan. Michael Anthony Liu. Isaac Egan. Garrett Andrew Noggle. Thane Edward Harrington. Braden James Hokemer. Mitchell Robert Braun. Toby Isidore Hummel. Bryce William Shaneberger. Keegan Jonathan Yindra. Would the graduates in row 4 please come forward to receive your diplomas? Olivia Grace Getter. Carly Schmitz. Ethan Chad Hayes. Mark Lee Allen Leichner. Braden John McKenna. Landon J. Zimmerman. Hannah Beth Reister. Morgan Diane Zuki. Alexis Zerbel. Nathan Ellis Robison. Lucas Nathaniel Bile. Mason Aaron Wenzel. Noah Riley Bratz. Graham Christopher Stahl. Robert Albert Jeffrey IV. Landon Anthony Wettenkamp. Bryce Justin Tolksdorf. Luke Stuffel. Harris Kimberly Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for the Valders High School graduating class of 2022. For our choral closing, we will have the choir sing our traditional, "The Lord Bless You and Keep You." As our students move to the risers, I would like to congratulate all of our students who have completed 40 or more hours of volunteer service. This is not a requirement for graduation, but a commitment of those students to give of their time and talents, recognized with an asterisk next to their name on the program. I would like to acknowledge our graduates wearing gold high honor cords, our graduates wearing silver honor cords, and our graduates wearing blue and silver cords representing their completion of their Youth Apprentice program. We applaud you for your academic accomplishments. Additionally, I would like to honor 2 students going into the military upon graduation. Please give a round of applause for Hunter Schwantes and Rose Meyer. Senior class of 2022 has talent in all different kinds of areas: academically, musically, drama, theater, and also athletically. This past weekend, we had a very successful state track meet. Luke Rissy took 5th place for the pole vault and set a new school record. Clay Taylor finished 5th in the 1,600-meter run. And 11th in the 3,200-meter run. And Shane Griepentrog won the 1,600-meter run and set a school record. He also won the 3,200-meter, breaking the D2 state record. Congratulations. Finally, I would like to congratulate all of our graduates. I believe the Valders Area School District has challenged these seniors with a rigorous and relevant curriculum, encouraged them to look at the world from other perspectives and put themselves in others' shoes. They have been taught teamwork, leadership skills, been given a lot of opportunities to find out what inside and outside of the classroom they are passionate about, and to work towards something bigger than themselves. I am confident that this group of students will go out and do great things following graduation. And now, the Lord bless you and keep you, directed by Mr. Carlson. Thank you, choir. Clarissa Ulmus will now perform her final duty as president of the class of 2022 with the traditional moving of the tassels. During the recessional, we ask that the audience remain seated until all of the graduates have exited the gym.
The tassel was originally designed as a decoration for graduates' caps during the ceremony, but it has symbolism as well. The gesture of moving the tassel from the right side to the left side signifies the graduate's movement from the candidate to graduate, which each of us are proudly demonstrating today. Will the class of 2022 please stand? At this time, please move your tassels to the left. Congratulations, class of 2022.